We've been talking all morning about the heroism in the middle of all the horror in Newtown. One group of students saw the ultimate example, a teacher who gave her life to save theirs. Peter Van Sant spoke with the parents of a child who escaped the massacre. Peter, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Robert and Diane Licata's children are now safe at home. Much has happened since the shootings on Friday, but on Saturday afternoon, when I spoke with the parents, the emotions were still raw, and the story their 6-year-old son told them, beyond imagining.
He's an amazingly brave little boy. He's doing okay. We're trying to explain things to him in a way that he understands.
Robert and Diane Licata are faced with explaining the unexplainable. Their 6-year-old son and 7-year-old daughter were both at Sandy Hook Elementary School on Friday morning. The parents asked we not use their children's names. As of Saturday afternoon, they hadn't told their son his teacher had died.
He's obviously upset. He wants to know about his teacher, how his teacher's doing, and we're explaining to him that we don't know, but if something did happen, that they're in heaven and they're angels.
His teacher was Vicki Soto. Known for her dedication to her students, Vicki had just turned 27.
She was an absolutely amazing teacher. She just was so young and so full of life and just educating. Just got her so excited, and teaching those children, it was what she lived to do.
Diane was driving at 9:45 Friday morning when she got an emergency message from the school district. A report of an unconfirmed shooting. She made a U-turn and headed toward Sandy Hook Elementary.
I saw my daughter's teacher, and I asked her, where my daughter was, and she said she didn't know because they were separated.
And what's going on inside you at this moment?
You're completely numb, and you're trying not to let your mind go to all the bad places.
After an agonizing wait, the children who survived the shooting began to file out. Suddenly, Diane spotted her daughter.
She just said, "Mommy, what's happening?" And I said, "I don't know what's happening, so just stay with your class, go to the fire station, stay with your friends, and Daddy will be here." So Robert went to the station, and I said, "I'm going to wait here for our son to come out." And he didn't come. So each group that came out, I waited, and I prayed that he would be with that group. And he never came out. So I really, at that point, didn't know if I would ever see him again. I got a text from a friend, and it simply said that our son was at the police station.
Her son had escaped. He later told his parents a remarkable story of the nightmare unfolding inside his classroom. When the shooting began inside Sandy Hook Elementary, teacher Vicki Soto moved the children in classroom 10 against a wall, away from the door. And that's when the little boy came face to face with the gunman.
Somehow the person was able to burst open the door, and basically at that point, that's when they witnessed his teacher be shot. And they all ran. My son was the last one out with the children that he escaped with. They ran right by the shooter who was in the doorway. How they escaped, we still to this day, I don't know that we'll ever really know exactly how they managed to get past him. And they ran out the door.
They ran past the shooter?
They ran past the shooter.
So they saw some victims.
They did. They did.
The children got out, but the young teacher who had bravely shielded her students was left dead.
I know she would have done anything to protect those kids. I know she would have, and I know she did everything she could at that moment in the chaos, in ascertaining what was happening. She is truly a hero. And it's very likely because of her that our son's with us today.
And just yesterday, the Licatas told their son his teacher was with the angels. Charlie?
Peter, I've been hearing that there's possibility of a grassroots effort to honor Vicki Soto.
Yes, there is a petition drive that has started.
They're petitioning the White House to see if they will award her the Medal of Freedom, the highest honor we give civilians. And so far, they've gathered more than 7,000 signatures.
Peter, thank you.